We're gonna talk about like what to do when you practice a song and you're ready for the jam, and they start playing and it either gets too fast eventually, or you walk in and they just start playing it right off the bat too fast. Okay, so we're gonna play the tune "Spotted Pony" or "Potted Spony," however, yeah, "Potted Spony," and so how about if you start it, and so play it like up to speed, and then I'm gonna figure it out as you go. So, because that melody basically, okay, I can just, while you were doing the basic melody, I'm just strumming open, 1, 2, 3. I'm not doing all the bump ditties if I can't keep up with that right away in the right time. So I start off with da 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 da, then I go back to the 1. So not even any chords at that point. I'm just trying to figure out where the melody goes in my mind. Then the second phrase. Da, 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 da. So I'm just playing. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 1. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 1. Oh. Okay. Then the B part. I'm just playing a 2 on that, or I could play an open. Oh, 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 1, 1, 1. Oh, 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 1. Oh, 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 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, oh. I mean, it can be an open, it can be a 2. So the thing is that, strumming is a physical activity. So have you ever been in a jam where your arm hurt, Bill?
Yep.
I sure have.
Shoulder.
My shoulder. Sometimes it's this. You know, I had tendonitis for a while. I had to wear one of those weird kind of things. If I did it, you know, abused it over a week long like a KMW.
I've had people complain about boatmen.
Oh,
That
boatman,
hurts
yeah,
arm.
yeah.
Let's do this again and do one of the things we were talking about. Do the find things on the bass. It's
Okay. You're gonna find things on the bass.
No, you are.
Oh, I am. Okay.
I'll do this.
The
I'll do
basic
straight
melody.
man.
Okay. All right.
One more time.
Yeah. So I'm just kind of making that up, but you
Yeah.
can see I'm not really doing a whole lot of strumming. And I think there's a balance when you go to a jam and they're either playing too fast or they're playing tunes that you don't know. There's a balance between just resignation. I'm just not going to play. They're playing too fast for me. Or I don't know that tune. I'm just going to sit. Back in the olden days, when I first started playing, and probably when you first started playing, did you carry around a cassette tape recorder? I did. To every jam I went to. Nowadays, what do we have in our pockets?
Yeah.
On our looking at our cell phones all day long, and there is a record on all smartphones. You have a record, which if you want to learn tunes, you should record them in a jam. That's the best way, even if you feel unsure about letting go of the paper. It's a step at a time. You have to get the tune in your head. There's no way to learn a tune by
Yeah,
ear
I would write 'em.
if you can't hear it, if you can't hum it, right? You
Yeah,
have to
I
get
would
to
write
the
them
point.
down and then go home and by
You
the
write
time
the
I'm
titles.
yeah, and then by the time
Yeah.
YouTube and it was out
Right.
and where you could find the tunes.
Right. Yeah. See,
But-
I started before YouTube was a
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So we would carry around, I had tons and tons of cassette tapes. And now, I mean, and I know lots of people, that's how we learned. And now that it's all digital and it's so easy, I never see anybody recording anything.
Yeah.
They want paper, which paper has a use, as you said, it'd give you the basics, but it won't give you everything that you need to really make the tune your own and to make it feel alive. So I think when you go to a jam, expect that there's going to be times when there's going to be tunes you don't know. Expect that there's going to be times when they're playing a tune that you do know, but they're playing it too fast. And that the whole object that I hope people get from this is that you don't resign. You're not resigning, because if you resign, then you're kind of not involved in what's being played. So get out your recorder and record them playing it. Then go home and listen and listen and listen until that tune wakes you up at 3 a.m. and it's mulling around in your head and you have to get up and try to play it. That's where you want to be with those tunes you want to learn.
I think another thing too is when you're playing a lot of the songs, if you don't know them, they're going to go in a progression. They're going to go up or down.
Yep.
The 1, 4, 5 business. And if you just play it on the bass like you were doing, you can find the tune. And really, if everybody's playing, I said this earlier, if everybody's playing it on the melody string, it gets kind of boring. But if somebody starts playing it on the bass, and just the bass only, You don't have to make chords.
Yes.
You're just doing the thump, thump,
or an
thump,
octave
thump.
higher.
Yeah.
You know, you played Spotted Pony, and that. And then that really gives the music a different element when somebody's playing it down, you know, in the normal place. And then if you have somebody adding the bass in too, then you know you really have a lot of cool variation and harmony there. So cool. Okay, so before we end today, I want you to play a tune that I don't really know. And what's the name of that tune again?
Oh, Winder Slide.
Winder Slide.
It's either Winder or Winder.
Okay.
I can't figure out which one it is.
Well, I don't know the tune, so I'm the guinea.
It's on YouTube. There's a guy playing it.
Okay, and I don't know the tune. I really don't know, and it's kind of a crooked tune.
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't really.
And I'm still trying to get the crooked part down. So if you say, "Well, he's not playing it the way that guy's playing it," that's it.
Well, I don't know the tune, so. So I had to listen to the whole tune all the way through first, and I had to watch your fingers really closely to find out kind of where you went. And then I was noticing like that first phrase. Right, is that right?
Yeah.
And then you go to an A chord, I think. No. Play the first phrase for me. Yeah. Then that's a G chord.
Yeah. And I do a pull off. That bass string side, I'm still learning it, and there's different versions of it. And I've watched people play it on the banjo, and there's one guy who plays it on the dulcimer.
Okay.
You can, and I guess everybody knows on YouTube you can slow it down.
Yeah, somebody was telling me about that.
You got three or four little dots up in the top right corner that are vertical.
Doesn't change the pitch?
No.
Huh.
You get it to where they're talking like this.
I hope nobody does that with this video.
No, but you can slow it down. I mean, 75, 50%.
Wow.
It's a little, but you can slow it down.
Yeah, and see, that's how I would need to learn that tune, would be to make you play certain phrases over. That's how I learn the best, is to hear the whole tune as a piece over and over. And then once I kind of sort of have that down, there are certain elements of the melody I don't yet have. And then I'll get you to, show me what you're doing.
Yeah. And then again, on this Strum Machine, if you want to look it up, it seemed like it was, I want to say it was like $45 or $49 for the year.
And what's it called again?
Strum
Machine? Okay.
And you can go in there and look at it, and it's got, 10 or 12 songs on it that you can but you can change the key, you can change the tempo, you can actually write your own stuff and put it in there, and you can go back and loop it.
Oh, that's cool.
So if you're practicing one part, you don't want to go through the whole song.
Right.
And then
you can isolate certain parts to play over and over again. I mean, really, for me, that's how I've learned difficult tunes, is there's usually a phrase or two that just gives me fits. And just knowing that sometimes I have to change my normal fingering. I lead with my thumb a lot, but and I use my pinky as well, but there's times when I'm like, my fingering just doesn't work right.
Yeah.
And so I have to watch somebody else do it, or I have to try what are the other possibilities for fingering. So
yeah, and I do that a lot. Leave things out or jump to the middle string.
Yeah.
Whatever makes it easier.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That whole thing about Joe Clark, where everybody plays it and you go to these festivals and you buy their book. Everything's linear. It's all on.
Right.
But the same notes here in the middle string.
Yeah.
And you can, instead of doing this, you're doing this.
Yeah. All right, but before we end it, give us a shot of inspiration.
Huh?
Give us.
This is
totally unrehearsed. Play something cool for us, Bill.
Okay, one of the things I talked about one time and in some of the classes I've taught is Soldier's Joy. And the basic song is, hammer-ons and pull-offs. If you play Soldier's Joy, I think we were talking about, there's 7 notes, 7 picks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But I can get 11 notes in with only 5 picks by using hammer-ons and pull-offs. Count them.
1 and 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
But I'm only picking 5 times. Count the picks.
Yeah.
And then I was talking about going up and down strings. So I hear that from fiddlers and mandolins, Soldier's Joy. I've got some paperwork I can bring to the meetings.
Cool. All right, play it for us, and then I'll just play a little backup.
Come on, Mike. That's some good stuff there, Kate. That's some good stuff there.
Dulcimer playing is fun. That's the
Off
message.
the rail, Dulcimer.
Yay!